Hey, it's Aaron here with Canada Strong and Proud. I'm outside the Royal Jubilee Hospital in Victoria, where our healthcare professionals are working around the clock to prepare for what many expect to be a large influx of COVID-19 patients. Now, as the crisis ramps up, there are a couple things that I want to get off my chest. First, to those in their 20s and late teens specifically, I know the majority of you are taking this seriously. However, I also know through casual observation and a couple conversations that some of you are not. It is true that the virus itself presents very little danger to your own personal health. And it's also true that the measures we've taken to contain it so far aren't fun for anyone. But here's the truth. If we don't stop the spread of this disease, thousands of Canadians and millions of people around the world will die. That is a fact. And because our generation is the one most likely to only suffer mild to even barely noticeable symptoms, we are the ones most likely to spread it unknowingly to those who we love. To our parents, for one thing, who are vulnerable to this virus in a very real way, but even more so to our grandparents and others from that generation. These are the people that shaped this country and through it, our lives. They suffered through the Great Depression. They lived through and in many cases fought in the Second World War. Their sacrifices, their determination, and their selflessness are what have allowed us the prosperity and freedom that we enjoy today. And we owe it to them, at a minimum, to do now what it takes to protect them in their moment of need. Secondly, there are those in the media presenting worst-case scenarios as unavoidable realities, opining that no matter what, as many as 50% of all Canadians will contract the virus, and the best we can do is delay the inevitable to buy our healthcare system some time, or in other words, flatten the curve. This is not the case. This virus, if we come together as a country, can and will be defeated. In China, until recently, it was infecting thousands of people every single day. It's now registering only a handful of new cases. Factories are beginning to reopen and life is slowly and cautiously returning to normal. But if you don't trust China, as I don't, South Korea is an even better example. On March 3rd, their daily new cases peaked at 851. But after implementing a robust regime of testing and quarantines, that number plateaued and eventually declined. They have now reported less than 100 new cases in each of the previous 3 days. At that rate, it would take 1,410 years to infect the entire population. This can be done. If we pull together as Canadians, not only can we avoid the carnage currently engulfing Europe, we can bring this disease, this plague, to its knees. Because if South Korea can do it, if China can do it, then we can do it too.